Hello, my name is Stephen McGrew. My Graduate with Honors project is a React web app, and it's designed for people who like to do their own car repairs, and they might want to document them and share them with other people. And on the home page, you can see over here, we have a list of all the repairs that people have posted. These are all fake accounts for this demo project. And we can click on one of these and see what it looks like here. I'll scroll down to view the repair. It's a step-by-step procedure. We have the option to add pictures. And that's what that looks like. To show how we create the repairs, we start out here by selecting a vehicle. We do have the option to enter the VIN in order to decode the vehicle, or we could also manually select from these drop-down menus. I'm going to go ahead and enter one of these VINs I've been using for testing, and we'll click decode, and we can see it comes back with a 2010 BMW. This VIN decoder, that comes from an API from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. So it just calls into their API and it returns this vehicle data, and then it's populated in these fields. So the next step is to add a title, and I'm just going to put testing in there because we're just testing this out. And you have the option to add up to 5 tags if you need to. We'll click save and continue, and we're brought to the next part here where we start adding our repair instructions. And we can add an image if we want to. It's optional. When we do click on that, we get the image uploader, and we need to click get image. On a mobile phone, that would give you the option to use your camera, your phone's camera. We're on a desktop, so we're just going to click one of these images. And we have a preview of the image here. There's at the bottom here, you can see there's an option to rotate the image. And the reason I added that is because when you are on a mobile phone in the browser, you don't have access to the phone's native image manipulation tools. So I at least wanted to give them the option to get the orientation correct, because sometimes the cell phones don't get that right. So you can rotate it around to the way you wanted it, and then just click upload image. That gets uploaded to the server and saved, and we can also see it here in the preview. And then you can enter in your instructions. I'm just going to enter some text there, and when you click add step, it adds another step for you to continue. And I'll just add some more text and click add step, and you just keep going with your creation here, just doing step by step, adding images where you need them. Each one of these steps has this in the upper right corner. There's these 3 dots for additional options, because when you're creating your repair, you might have a really long list of steps, and you might want to move them around. Maybe you needed one step to actually be before another step, or if you have a really long list of steps and you need to insert somewhere in the middle, you have the option to do that. And of course, you can delete an individual step here if you needed to do that. We also have a save button that'll save your progress, and when you're all done and everything's just right, you can click publish to publish it. You also have the option to delete it completely if you wanted to just get rid of it altogether. We also have up here in the upper right corner where this user icon is at. Of course, you have the log in, log out type of stuff, but we also have this theme here. So you can change your theme to a light mode, or I'll put it back to dark mode, and then we can also choose an accent color. There's blue, there's green, and there's pink. The backend is hosted on a DigitalOcean virtual private server, and it has an Nginx proxy or reverse proxy server with an Express server that has the endpoints, and a PostgreSQL database. Then on the front end, that's being hosted on GitHub Pages, and it's just a React app. For one of the React components, this is my modal component, or the part that's kind of more interesting is probably this area down here that I have highlighted. So with React Redux, you can't pass a component. You can't pass a complete component to the modal, but you can pass a string. So that's what I'm using here as kind of a workaround. So we just, when we say the content is equal to a sign-in form, then the modal will load in this sign-in form component and display that. On the back end in the Express server for the APIs, I'll just show like at least one of the routes here. I'm using just SQL here, regular old SQL, not using an ORM. The SQL is not too difficult to figure out, so I didn't really see the need for the ORM, but either way is good. So that's my app. You can also click on one of these user pictures to get a profile page. I don't have much going on the profile page yet, but we do have the user's image. These are all fake users here. User's name, members since January 19th, the number of posts they have, and then just the list of their posts here. So that's my demo app. I enjoyed making it. I plan on learning some more front-end frameworks in the future. And thank you very much for viewing my project.